Hey everybody, this is Rob Smith at The Body Project, and I wanted to talk to you today about the role of five. Now, what is the role of five? Well, what I want to do is I want to create a picture in your mind, or give you an analogy, and I've taken the liberty of drawing a beautiful tree over here to the left. Now, what I want you to think about is if I had a tree in my backyard, and I wanted to cut that tree down, and I took just 5 swings with a sharpened axe, what's eventually going to happen to this tree? If I do it every single day, I'm eventually going to knock that tree down. So I want you to think about anything in terms of your health and fitness, whether you're struggling with something or something you want to achieve. The first step we have to have in the role of five is we have to know what we want. So in this particular case of the tree, I know my outcome is I want to cut down that tree. So think of anything that you've got that you really want to accomplish in regards to your health and fitness. And the first thing is we have to write that down. We have to identify exactly what it is we want. Secondly, we have to have the right tools. Now, if I have lots of energy and lots of motivation, and I'm actually taking 5 swings every day at this tree, but I'm using a baseball bat, what's going to happen, right? So I've got a lot of energy, but I'm using the wrong tool. I'm using a baseball bat. So step number 2 is we have to have the right tools, and whether that's the right expert, and I talked about experts last video, the right level of knowledge, the right plan, whatever that means to you, you have to have the right tool. Number 3, you have to stay focused. Now, again, let's talk about the tree. If I take 5 swings with a sharpened axe on this tree, and then the next day I go to another tree and take 5 swings at that tree, and then the following day I go over to this tree and take 5 swings at that, what's going to happen? Well, it's going to take me a long time to achieve my goal. So we have to make sure we stay focused. So whatever the specific outcome you want to achieve, you got to stay focused to that task. Number 4, you have to be consistent. So if I'm taking 5 swings at this tree every single day, well, that tree's going to fall eventually, and sooner rather than later. But if I take maybe every 6 months I take 5 swings at that tree, or annually I take 5 swings at the tree, what's going to happen? I'm never really going to reach my goal. So step number 4, we have to be consistent. Now, step number 5, we have to stay with it until we're finished. All too often in life, people stop before they reach the finish line. So think of any area of your life that you really want to improve upon. You have to make sure you see it through. You have to keep going until you finish it. So let's just recap. Number 1, the role of 5 is we have to know what we want. We have to know our outcome. Step number 1. In the case of the tree, I wanted to chop that tree down. Number 2, we have to have the right tools. I can't use a baseball bat to chop down a tree. I have to have the right tools. Number 3, I've got to stay focused. I can't skip from this tree to this tree to this tree. I have to stay on the same tree. So number 3, we have to stay focused. Number 4, we have to be consistent. I need to take consistent daily action, or for the most part I have to take consistent action, and ultimately if I take daily action, if I've got the right plan, eventually I'm going to reach my outcome. And number 5, stay with it until you're finished. So whatever that goal, whatever outcome you've set out for yourself, make sure you stay with it until you're finished. And I came across a quote by Abe Lincoln, and he said, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I'll sharpen my axe for 4. So sometimes we have to spend a little bit more time in the planning phase, because ultimately it's going to save us a lot of time and energy on the back end. However, don't get paralyzed, and there's a great little quote, paralysis by analysis. Sometimes people will do all this research and then they're not taking any action. So you have to do a little bit of research, and then ultimately it boils down to one thing, and that's just taking action. So what I want you to do is, I want you to write down in the chat box here, write down something, maybe a goal or an outcome that you have in relationship to your health and fitness that you can use the Rule of 5 with. And then I want you to put that down. And then secondly, if there's something that you got, any value you got out of this video, please go ahead and like it. If you've got a friend or family member who might be able to benefit from the Rule of 5, please go ahead and share this video. So there you have it, the Rule of 5, how you can implement that to be successful in any endeavor in your life. And until I see you later, go and make it a great day. You certainly deserve it. Bye for now.